this is Mary McDermott and Night Train, and you're on the road to Nationals 2022 with us. Night Train is an 18-year-old retired standardbred out of Ohio. His sire is Noble Return. Shout out to my Ohio peeps. Night Train, I wouldn't say he was a great racehorse, but he was destined to be a great racehorse. He only raced 36 times before being retired at the age of 5 with 11 firsts, 6 seconds, and 5 thirds. So he got checks most of his starts. Prior to him breaking down on the track, he was 4 in a row at the Meadowlands with Brian Sears in the bike. Shout out to Brian. If you know Night Train, you know he's very special to me and my family. He is my heart horse, and we do everything together. No matter what, this horse does everything for me. If it's cross a bridge, go in water, tolerate all the stuff we do together, he literally lets me do anything and everything to him. This year at Nationals, he will be dabbling in the English ring with Jenna Curlin, who is his youth rider. Jenna is one of the most amazing riders I've ever seen. I mean, I don't know much about English, but she's really good in the saddle, and Whitey loves her. Whitey and I will be competing in all of these speed events. This year, we are going for the Sam McKee barrel race. If you know Sam McKee, you know he was very dear to all of harness racing. He passed away a couple years ago. And especially here in New Jersey, he's very dear to all of us. Sam loved barrel racing, so Rob Pennington named the barrel racing part of it the Sam McKee Memorial Race. If you win a cooler, has Sam's face on it, him announcing and everything. Last year we blew our first turn and lost by 0.05 seconds to Nikki and Stable, who are another great team out there. So Nikki, if you're watching this, watch out because we're coming for you this year. Last year, Whitey choked exactly a year ago, so we didn't have much of time to condition ourselves and get where we should have been prior to Nationals. If you know Whitey, you know he chokes. So now he just gets soup, basically has his meal. He was down for about 6 months last year. I questioned riding him, questioned even returning him to the saddle, thought about retiring. At one point, thought about putting him down, but my parents and Steve Dye really got us through it. They were there the whole time. My parents were here every day at the barn with him. I mean, he's stabled at my parents' barn, but they were there forever. When he choked, we were in the barn for about 2 days in the freezing cold, and my mom stayed with us the whole time. Now we're back. He's better than ever. If you know Night Train, he's a little spunky. Only with me, though. He loves kids. He adores kids, I should say. If you put a kid on him, he'll take him for miles. Nothing affects him. He'll never do anything wrong. Put me on him, it's a little bit of a different story. Takes off. Sees a barrel pattern, you know. I call him my little dragon because if you see us competing on Friday night at Nationals, if that's the schedule, I know they're going to change it up a little this year. Make sure you come out and watch because he is a little fierce in the ring. He once he sees the alleyway, he really takes off, and it's kind of hard to hold him back. His youth rider last year, Kayla, rode him beautifully compared to she only practiced on him a couple times, so if she wants to come out and ride him again, we'll have her also riding him. He might be a standardbred, but he holds his own when it comes to speed. I can definitely say that. He just loves what he does. People always say, you know, retire them at a certain age. I think if you retire him, he'd be bored. He wants a job. He's stabled still at the racehorse barn. He stays with my parents every day here at Magical Acres. He goes out with the horses. He's the best babysitter ever. Right? The best babysitter ever. And he really is a good boy. Follow us along on the road to Nationals 2022 for more of our journey. See you guys later.
She's a blue jean baby with her hat down low, chasing that wild wind wherever it blows, flying through the night just as fast as she can go. Yeah, she'll gas up her Chevy, grab a cup of coffee black, barely made Denver, just in time for slack. Back him off, saddle up, pray for luck, and let it all roll. Yeah, it's one right, two left, right like hell, round that clover leaf pattern that she knows so well. Sitting just right with the reins in her hands, underneath the bright lights, chasing them cans. She's one of those nobody knows out